Ashram schools has evolved from the ancient Gurukulas, which existed in India in Vedic period, where Guru-Shishya reside together, learn from Guru, and help Guru in a day-to-day care affairs. Ashram schools were initiated by Thakkar Bapa in 1922 in India for tribal population, especially in western India. The 5 year plans initiated opening of ashram schools under the third 5 year plan. Dhebar Commission in 1961 recommended to establish ashram school in more interior and inaccessible, sparsely populated tribal areas. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs has been funding different schemes for the welfare of the tribals. Among them, running a residential schools for tribal students, that is Eklavya Residential Schools, EMRS, and construction of Ashram Schools, and funding for the Ashram Schools. So far, the ministry has funded 1,205 Ashram School across the country for quality education of scheduled tribes children. The parameters considered for grading the schools are: 1. Infrastructure and a conducive environment at school, that is classroom, library, textbooks, playing ground, hostel, and quarters, that is 1. 2. Human resources, teaching and non-teaching staff. The school provide employment opportunity to tribal people or not. The teachers, cooks, maids, and cleaning from the tribal community. In-house training, teaching practices and capacity building. The third one is teaching learning process. Fourth one is extracurricular activities, that is vocational craft training for students and impart knowledge of tribal arts, dance and songs. Fifth one is parent participation in the school. The sixth one is monitoring and evaluation of school functioning. These are the some of the aspects I have considered for evaluation of the schools and considering as for the grades. About the data collection, it is a God given gift to me to work among the particularly vulnerable tribes to document the ethnographic films on 75 primitive tribes. I am working for some more than 30 years for this documentation. While working, I have also contributed some time to look into the aspects of tribal education. The present presentation, which you are looking, it is the outcome of my research in different areas. Except Jain Kuruba tribe in Nagarhole in Western Ghats, all other 9 tribes are inhabiting in the core area of Naxalites where they are having their control. It is really a difficult task. Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat are some of the areas where I have worked, and it is a really difficult job to collect the data, to quantify the data, and to bring into a film. It is not that much easy in the Naxal prone areas to work, especially in Netrahat region in Jharkhand and in Narayanpur district in Bastar, Dindori and Dantewada in Madhya Pradesh are some of the most difficult regions where I have worked. Many times my life was under the threat, but I have taken it as a challenge. I wanted to do the 75 primitive tribes documentation. The present presentation is the outcome of my sacrifice for the people of India. Please Please enjoy and comment on this. Number 10. Tribal Welfare School, Dindori District. In Dindori, Mandla and Balaghat in Madhya Pradesh.
विकास खंड समनापुर विकास खंड में 17 गांव हैं, बजाग विकास खंड में 9 गांव हैं और करंजिया विकास खंड में जो 26 गांव हैं, टोटल 52 गांव में.
The government of India and the state government has taken several steps increasing the educational status of the tribal people. Here we can observe the interior areas of Baiga. The government has constructed the schools and the response to education is very good from the Baiga children, and the parents also showing good interest to educate their children.
The classrooms and the hostel are functioning in the old buildings. There is a need that new buildings should be constructed at the earliest to facilitate the better education.
And providing the textbooks and tables and chairs for children. The vacant position of the teacher should be filled immediately, and monitoring should be made that the teachers should come regularly for teaching purposes.
यहाँ बैगाचक एरिया में एक कॉलेज होना चाहिए. हाँ, बैगा विशेष जनजाति के लिए एक कॉलेज खोलना आवश्यक है और हर जहाँ पर ये मिडिल स्कूल हैं उनमें छात्रावास का व्यवस्था हो और पर्याप्त मात्रा में टीचरों की व्यवस्था होना चाहिए. ये जो है तो सभी जगह होना चाहिए और जहाँ पर विषय जैसे विषय है उस माध्यम से शिक्षक भेजे जाएं.
The government should look into these type of things. A beautiful school should be constructed here with hostel facilities. That is the request. And the entire nearly around in this region, कितना गांव है around in this region? 52 villages are there. So all these villages can be given one college and number of schools and also number of teachers also required for this.
Number 9. Government Tribal Ashram School at Nagapur for facilitating the Jain Kurba students. It is a residential school where Jain Kurba, particularly vulnerable tribes, are studying.
The Government of India and the Tribal Welfare Department of Karnataka government established a residential school at Nagapura. The school caters the needs of students from 1st standard to 8th standard. 171 students are studying in the school. All the teachers working in the school are temporary teachers. So there is a need that all the teachers should be regularized. The infrastructure facilities and the functioning of the school is very good. Ashram School, where he is taking care of the children in the hostel, preparation of the food, everything. Belige morning, what are the food we will be giving here?
Thakkar Bapa, sir.
Morning, belige ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ?
9 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ತರಕಾರಿ ಬಾತ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ತರಕಾರಿ ಬಾತ್, vegetable bath they will be giving in the morning. And lunch ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಊಟ.
ಏನೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಊಟಲ್ಲಿ?
ಸಾಂಬಾರು,
ಅನ್ನ, ಸಾಂಬಾರು, ಮುದ್ದೆ. That is ragi with rice. Ragi with rice, that is the traditional food they will be giving. Evening ಏನೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ?
ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಸಾಂಬಾರು, ಕಾಳಿನ ಸಾಂಬಾರು, ತರಕಾರಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಅನ್ನ, ಸಾರು, ಮುದ್ದೆ. ನೈಟ್ ಮುದ್ದೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಮುದ್ದೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ. ರೈಸನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? ರೈಸು, ಮುದ್ದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾನ್ ವೆಜಿಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬಾಳೆಹಣ್ಣು.
ವೀಕ್ಲಿ
ಮಂಗಳವಾರ ಮಾತ್ರ.
ಮಂಗಳವಾರ. Tuesday they will be giving egg and banana. Balayhannu. That is banana. So ಮಾಂಸ. So there is no meat and chicken they won't serve. Only weekly once. That is on Tuesday they are giving very good food. And I am satisfied with this kitchen and the cooking, all these things which you have seen here. It is.
Number 8. The educational complex for Mankadiya, Khadiya and Birhor tribes in Angadapada in Mayurbhanj area, Orissa state.
This is one of the school where 250 students are studying here. You can see here educational complex. From first standard to 7th standard it is available. Here we have 18 teachers. Among them 10 teachers are belonging to Khariya and 2 are Mankadiya. So the same tribe people they are teaching. The infrastructure facilities available in the hostel and the school is very good, and the food they are getting is also very good food. Morning breakfast, noon lunch, and in the night dinner they are getting. You can see here the children.
Number 7. Bharatiya Adivasi Adarsha Balak Ashram. Tribal Welfare Department is running this with the financial support of Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India in Bijori, that is Damia district, Madhya Pradesh.
The Madhya Pradesh state government, with the financial support from the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan central government, has established residential schools for the primitive tribes, which you can observe here for both boys and girls separately. It is functioning very well, and we can say this type of schools should be established for all the primitive tribes in all over India. One which I wanted to inform you that it is a very good food they are getting here. You can see for each students 4 rotis, that is the middle school, and 5 rotis for higher school people are there getting. And you can see here the rotis are very good rotis. I like myself to eat these rotis. It's a beautiful prepared roti, wonderful. And the curries you can see here. The curries also they have made very good curries. And this should be a model for all the tribal schools in India also. The hygienic way of preparation, the good uniforms you can see, good uniform they have been given. And the tribal children are also taught their own music, dance and songs. It is very important to keep the cultural heritage of the tribes. Tribe should be developed in this model, which I have seen in the Orissa and Andhra Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh also, I am happy to see the functioning of the Ashram Schools or the residential schools doing very well. And the number of the schools should be increased because only 250 students have been accommodated here. In this region, more than 12 villages are there. So they need the students' number should be increased. The residential hostel strength should be increased. So it is requested that all these schools, which are from 1st standard to 8th standard, should be strengthened or enhanced to 12th standard, so that they can able to get the higher education without any problem. That is the suggestions which have been received from the teachers and also the parents from the Bharya tribe.
The 6th one is Eklavya Girls Residential School at Baba Gal, Uchal, Tapi in Gujarat for the Kotwalia, Katkari and Kathodi tribes.
Visit Eklavya Girls Residential School in Gujarat, which is functioning for the tribes of Gujarat state. No doubt that is one of the best schools which I have seen in India, and they campus is very good. They have a neat and fenced entire campus. Is clean and hygienic, which you can observe here. And the verandas, neatly made the classrooms, which you are observing here. And the cooking place is very good, which you can see here. These children are also participating along with the other maid servants which are cooking. And it is a very good and hygienic way of preparation which is provided in this hostel. Apart from the other infrastructure, they have a very good computer lab which you can observe here. Most of the tribal children, they are learning the computer, and it is really a surprising or interesting way of development of the tribes in India. Here in this school, 170 girls, children are taking education. This is one of the premier schools in this region. In Eklavya Girls Model School, I met the primitive tribal children which you are seeing here. We have 10th standard students. They are requesting me that they wanted to give a message to the Prime Minister and Chief Minister and Minister of Human Resource Development, what they wanted, the need of the help for the primitive tribes. They requested me that we please take this message to the higher authorities in India to help for themselves.
Fifth one is Lanjasaura. Everyone knows about the Lanjasaura, a beautiful tribe, a heritage tribe, I can say. The educational complex for Lanjasaura girls students. There we have 250 students. This is the educational complex of Lanjasaura girls students, which is functioning here since last 6 years. It is a very good school, functioning very well, and having 250 girl students here getting education. They have the hostel facilities, which is here. I have observed that many of the teachers are untrained teachers. The headmaster and the teachers request us, they wanted to be given training for the teaching so that they can able to learn the methodology of teaching and I can able to educate the teachers. And it is interesting here that all the teachers are belong to Lanjasaura tribes. So that is a very interesting one, that the teachers teaching them in their own mother tongue and also in other languages. Here we can observe they have a very good kitchen and in a hygienic way it is functioning. The food is cooked with different type of spices and pulses they will be using according to the menu provided by the government, which is functioning very well. The Lanjasaura girl students, after the class work is over, they are studying in the room. This is the hostel facilities which they have been provided, and every child they have the trunk and their books separately. Presently we have 250 students living in these hostels. The accommodation is not sufficient for us. From 1st standard to 6th standard, the students are living here. We have a textbook problem. For all the students, we have very few books. For example, in the 3rd standard, we have only 5 textbooks for 25 students. That is what the teacher is telling. So they want more number of textbooks should be given to all the students. And he mentions that there is no problem for the notebooks. They have the sufficient number of the notebooks. That is what which I observed from the school. The fourth one is Kasturbai Girls High School in Ocha in Bastar, that is Narayanpur district.
One of the best schools which I have observed so far among the primitive tribes. You can see here the bedding, dormitory, and provided for them the trunks, the bookshelves. Everything is very nicely organized. You can see here the handicrafts made by the Kasturba girls children.
The classrooms, hostel facilities are also very good. You can see here the participation in the sports activities also they are doing very well. This is one of the model school I can say.
The functioning of all these schools far better than any other tribal ashram schools in India. It is one of the best schools which I have observed so far among the primitive tribes. We can.
The third one is educational complex for scheduled tribe girls in Bogamari, that is in Gajapati district in Orissa state.
The government has recognized Saura as a primitive tribe and established here the school with the faculty. Here you can see the teachers, all are dedicated teachers which I have observed. I had an interaction with these teachers and it has been satisfactory. The course curriculum, the way of teaching and the functioning of the school is also satisfactory. Here the student strength is limited to 250 only. So there are many students who are deprived for not able to get the admissions in these schools. It is one of the best schools for the education of the primitive tribes. The strength of the students should be increased to not less than 500. Here I have observed the merit of the school children who have got the prizes and awards, the first ranking. These are some of the certificates which has been displayed in the office of these type of schools. Definitely improve the status of the Saura people. In the educational complex, the children are provided with the uniform, identity card, books, and also regular food for them.
The second one is educational complex for Didai tribe. It is established in Malkangiri district, Orissa state, that is in Eastern Ghats, for the students of Didai tribe.
Totally dedicated for Didai tribe. It is sponsored by Didai Development Agency, Kudumili Gumma area. Here we have more than 250 students here studying. All girl children are studying here. This is one of the complex you can see here. The children are going for lunch. And up to 1st standard to 8th standard we have the school here. Here I have seen the hostel and also the dining, the cooking place, the toilets are very good in condition. This is the rich human resource wealth of our nation. Each child is a Kohinoor diamond. Every child wants to build their career as a teacher, police, doctor, engineer, social worker and biologist and social scientist to serve the nation. The children are very intelligent. Their grasping power is very high. The micro projects launched by the state and central government is really a successful scheme which can be observed here. The method of teaching is very good. The toilet facilities provided in the educational complex is also very good. You can see here, it is nice that all children are getting the facilities here. And the kitchen is very good, which you can observe here. The clean and hygienic way they are preparing. They have the own Didiya people in preparing the food. The children also satisfied the way of the preparation and the taste. Here we can observe, we have the special officer here, headmaster, and the teachers are here. I was totally convinced with this way of functioning. Here you can see the very good rice they are providing the food.
Finally, the top ranking number 1 is Ma Sarada Vidya Mandir in Orcha. That is Vivekananda Institute for Social Help, which is really a wonderful school working in Bastar region for the tribals of Orcha region.
Vidyalaya Mandir is working since last 18 years and it is providing hostel facilities to all the girl children. It is one of the best institutions so far I have seen in India, and it is functioning exclusively for the Abuj Maria primitive tribal people. They are bringing the children from the villages and giving the education, which is very impressive, which you can observe here. The children are brought from the villages and educating them. By doing this, they have given a tremendous change among the Abuj Maria people. The children are given hygienic food, uniform, books, slate, and all the things required for a student in the residential hostel. So these are the Abuj Maria Aboriginal population children you can see here. Really I was enjoying with the children, small kids with good uniform and highly disciplined, and they are getting a very good care from this ashram. ये साहब कौन है? ये कौन है? Oh, ये कौन है? स्वामी.
मैं आप लोगों के सामने स्वामी विवेकानंद जी का एक युगवाड़ी कविता प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ। गरीब दीन मूर्ख जो नहीं देता कहो, उन्हीं की सेवा शुश्रूषा है धर्म चंद कहो सदा दिवस निशा जननी हमें मदद करे.
Which is functioning for the welfare and serving for the welfare of the Abuj Maria tribal children. It is a unique school which I have observed in India, where service is given for the primitive tribes of India. Here we have the Abuj Maria children. You can see the girl children studying 6th standard to 8th standard in this school. We have a good number of strength girl children. Exclusively, I have not seen anywhere in India so many girl children, that to primitive tribes, interior forest region, 65 kilometers away from the main road. To cross this road, I had to cross more than 7 barricades of CRPF, and many people never come over here officially visit this place. During this type of isolated place, Ramakrishna Mission is doing service, great service for the welfare of the Abuj Maria tribal children. Now with us we have the madam who is running this institution here, and let us find out from here what kind of service, how they are giving the education in this region. Madam, namaskar madam. So please tell me about yourself madam. आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम सुश्री पांचली भट्टाचार्य है. आई एम फ्रॉम त्रिपुरा. 93 में मैं यहाँ आई थी और 95 से स्कूल शुरू हुई है. और तब तो ये जो कंपाउंड घना जंगल था, बस एक ही डॉर्मेटरी था, उसी में वो क्लास लगाते थे. 20 गर्ल्स को लेके हम शुरू किए थे और बहुत कठिनाई भी थी. बच्चे लोग को देना नहीं चाहते थे कि पेरेंट्स. और आज तो ऐसी स्थिति हुई कि भीड़ लग जाती है कि हमारे बच्चों को लीजिए. हमारे ये स्कूल पहली से 8वीं तक है और मैंने 100% अबुज मरिया बच्चे, अबुज मरिया स्टूडेंट्स है.
टोटल स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द स्टूडेंट
अभी 192
girl children.
हाँ और इनमें बहुत ही प्रतिभा है हमने जो पाया है और इनमें सिंसियरिटी बहुत है बहुत ओबीडियंट है हाँ और बहुत सिंपल है इनके नेचर बहुत अच्छा है हाँ बहुत हम बहुत खुश हैं इनके साथ बिल्कुल मतलब मैं बहुत ही एंजॉय कर रही हूँ जी मेरा करीब 17-18 साल हो गया यहाँ पर बहुत अच्छा लगता है बच्चों में बहुत प्रतिभा है संगीत में नृत्य में वैदिक चैंटिंग फिर ड्राइंग पेंटिंग पढ़ाई में भी ये लोग ठीक है
इन ऑल रेस्पेक्ट्स
हाँ खेल में भी बहुत अच्छा है खेल में बहुत अच्छा करते हैं और इनका क्या है ये बहुत जल्दी मन को केंद्रित कर सकते हैं बाहरी दुनिया से हटके है और इनको जो हम घर से लाते हैं बिल्कुल ही कोरा कागज जैसा उनका दिमाग रहता है तो इनको हम जो जिस सचा में हम डाल सकते हैं हाँ उन लेते हैं
you can mold any way you want
जी
and I wanted to know from here after 8th standard where they are going
रामकृष्ण मिशन नारायणपुर
all the students will be getting admission
पूरे यहाँ के जितने बच्चे निकलते हैं सब उनका वहाँ एडमिशन हो जाता है नारायणपुर हमारे आश्रम
no आपका व्यूज में कितना बच्चा लोग ड्रॉप होता है 8th to 9th जाने के कितना परसेंट
8th के बच्चे तो ड्रॉप होते ही नहीं है
8th के बाद
छोटे बच्चे ड्रॉप होते हैं हाँ
प्राइमरी लेवल ओनली ड्रॉप आउट रेट इज ओनली
बड़े होने के बाद ना उनको वो ड्रॉप आउट होना ही नहीं चाहते वो समझते हैं हमको पढ़ाई करना है ये बदलाव आया है
so after 8th they will be joining in the Ramakrishna Ashram School in Narayanpur afterwards is there any scope for them going for higher education degree level
मतलब 12th के बाद
12th के बाद
हाँ रामकृष्ण मिशन तो बहुत गाइड करता है
not only Ramakrishna Mission but in even government schools other colleges they will be going
गवर्नमेंट स्कूल से जो बच्चे निकलते हैं इनका तो अब तक अधिक बच्चों का शिक्षा करना
even the games many of them are serve an educational purposes however I am not able to go into the interior villages because of the Nexal problems to record the songs and dances here some of the songs and dances are provided by the school children in the Orcha region. That the government and also the Planning Commission of Government of India and the authorities to take care of these educational complexes to be upgraded up to 10th standard. That is my request from the scientific observers. In anthropological perspective, for me it appears every child is a Kohinoor diamond, which is a rich human resource of India. The children are very intelligent, look beautiful, and their IQ is very high and they are very intelligent girls. If these children are provided the opportunity for higher education, definitely they bring name and fame to the nation.
Thank you very much for viewing this film. If you like, please forward it to your friends and the policy makers to understand the problems and issues of education for the tribals in India. Please subscribe this channel to know more about ethnic cultures of India. Thank you very much. Thank you.